Should I close out of everything? Let's close out. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying, because it did show that it was connected. Am I connected?
Meeting is now streaming live on YouTube.
We online? What is happening? Because it's not. It's saying that it's connected on your end.
Mm-hmm. It's saying streaming live.
Y'all, we over here having a time because we are live. Okay. We are just having a time over here. Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome. It was a struggle to get here, but nonetheless, we are here. Um, Welcome back. Welcome. Can you hear me? Am I good? Because technology tried to get the best of us. Okay, I am live. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, welcome back, y'all, to the Ladies Lounge podcast. Excuse my tardiness. We were just trying to work it out, talk it out, and things of that nature. But nonetheless, this is the place where we have real conversations. It meets real transformation. I am your host, your girl, Britt Danielle. And tonight we are pulling back the curtain on highlight reel. If you are a content creator, you know what we saying here. And we get into the real. So in this episode, we titled this "The Real Behind the Real," creating content without losing yourself. And I think this is such an important topic for a lot of us that are on social media, that are entrepreneurs. So nonetheless, if you're joined by the bold, we're joined by the bold and creative, authentic Vonnie. She is a content creator who inspired me to even be on YouTube. Let me tell y'all, I love, love, love just watching her vlogs. So she knows what it's like to show up online without losing sight of herself offline, which is very, very, very important. So we're going to jump right into talking about the pressure to perform. We talking about staying grounded while building a brand, and also how to protect your peace, y'all, in a world that's always watching. So whether you're a content creator, again, or entrepreneur, or just keeping it real in a curated world, this conversation is to you. So grab your drink of choice. Let's get into it. Let's tap in. Before we begin, though, we always go over some house rules here in the Ladies Lounge. We just ask that you are respectful, ask questions, engage actively, and most important, y'all, you know, we always have fun here in the Ladies Lounge, and we just keep it real, raw, and just whatever comes up is gonna come out. So, the beautiful Vonnie, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ladies Lounge.
Thank you.
Just tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm I'm literally just a girl. Literally just a girl. Ever since I saw that online, that's been like whoever came up with it is so simple, but it's so real. Like clearly I'm a woman now, but many days I feel like a grown-up teenager. I'm just having fun, not looking my age. I'm creating content that is what I consider to be age appropriate. I'm a mom of a soon to be 6 year old. He'll be six in about a week.
Wow.
So I'm a mom. I am recently engaged. Okay. And I work full time as well as create content, which is also a full time job. Anyone that creates content and also works a full time job understands how balancing those two can be rewarding and challenging at the same time. So I'm just here. I'm just having fun with it, exploring and seeing how far it can take me. And let's get into some things.
Yes. And speaking of that, the part of having fun, we always start with some icebreaker questions. So, since you are a girl's girl and you love to have fun, what is a theme song that, if you could, if we not talking about copyrights or anything when you're creating your content, what is a theme song that you would choose for your content?
For my content, just one song.
Yes.
Um, Oh,
I know
um,
it's so hard to choose one, right?
yeah,
And we
yeah.
ain't
It's
talking about
because
no copyrights and stuff. You like, what?
um, oh my gosh, I'm thinking of so many songs in my head right now, but I'm really trying to pin the right one. Um, dang. Oh my gosh, I wasn't prepared for that one.
I know. Because it's so many to choose from. And it's just like,
Honestly, I like right now where my brain is taking me, I'm going down the lines of Jeezy in his TM 101 era. His
why
stuff
did I know
like
this? Why did I
listen,
know this?
I'm thinking like, hey, hey, hey. Like I'm trying
Why
not
did
to.
I like watch? It's gonna be some Jeezy, like some.
Yeah, like Lil Jeezy,
And so we
probably
sticking with Jeezy.
the Meek Mill intro, probably like Rich Homie Reloaded. Like girl,
Because that's
like
the Miami. That's just the Miami. That's just the
in me,
Miami in
right?
you.
I don't know. I'm although I'm soft and delicate on the outside, on the inside, it's a whole boy in there. It's a
Because
grown
listen,
man.
if I was to answer that question, baby, it's like Trina, the baddest, like hands
Absolutely.
down. That would be
If you weren't raised
that
by
would
a
be
Trina and
mine.
you're from Miami, like yeah, whole era.
Absolutely,
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely. So I have another one, a bonus icebreaker. If social media disappeared tomorrow, what would you still be doing? Like just for you?
Just for me, if social media disappeared, I mean, catching up on my shows, reading books, go outside.
Right. I
Like,
hear that. I
like
hear that.
I
I
can
hear that.
disconnect. It's something that's a very bad habit, that we've all fallen victim to, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I can disconnect, seriously. Once a year I do disconnect from social media. Maybe twice a year and not use it,
Okay.
and I do just fine. So
And we're actually going to get into that. So with being a content creator, how did that even come about?
okay, so I started watching YouTube probably like consistently around like 2010.
Okay.
And I would watch the girls. This was before the word vlog was even like, I'm like, what is that? What is that? Like, I'm watching videos. That's what I'm calling them, right? So I would see the girls like just filming their day or doing hair, makeup. You would go to
Mhm.
YouTube to learn things. Like before TikTok and everything else, like you hopped on
Right.
YouTube and you wanted to know how to do something. So I began gravitating towards like certain girls, just ones that I thought were relatable. Oh, I like how she did her hair. Let me see how she did her hair. And they would just start to produce more and more content. And I was like, I want to try that. Like,
Hmm.
I think I can do something. I was always told like my personality is just something that needs to be shared with people. And I'm being told this, but I don't know how. Like, what do you mean? Like, how? How do I share my personality? So I would say, so I had my son in 2019. So this was right before the pandemic, like months before. So after I did maternity leave, and then I went back to work for probably like 2 or 3 months before everything shut down and we was back home. Like I literally had just come from being home every day with a newborn, bored out of my mind, but also stressed. So it's not like I could do anything because I'm being a mom to a newborn. So
Right.
when we went back home, and it was like, listen, we can't go out, you can't go see nobody. Like, you got to entertain yourself, right? So I was saying, you know what? I'm going to set up my camera and I'm just going to start recording whatever it is, however it looks. And that's what I
Right.
did. So initially, it was going to be like documenting my new mom journey.
Uh-huh.
And it just expanded to pretty much lifestyle content, like just lifestyle, not necessarily focused on being a mom, because the more I recorded, I realized I don't really want to share as much mom content as I thought I did.
Mhm.
um I guess you can say it wasn't really a passion of mine. Like, I can do it, but it wasn't a passion. So that's when I started going the route of beauty, clothing hauls, fashion, just general lifestyle vlogs. If I'm, whether it be by myself, with family, with friends, like, and people actually started watching.
Right.
So it became something that was actually therapeutic for me, because if I'm alone or I wanted to be alone, but I still wanted to talk, I can do that
Mhm.
at my own pace. So that's how I actually began, taking that bold step to say, I'm going to upload myself. I'm going to be transparent and just put myself in front of the world, honestly, because, once you put something online, you're subjected to everybody's commentary. Like,
Right.
they don't have filters. Like, they don't
Right.
consider feelings. It's just, you're here.
Right. Now was something because like it's interesting you said that because when I decided that I'm going to share myself, because pretty much we're sharing ourselves with the world, like you're saying, you just have to be ready and understand that people are going to have their comments, people are going to say this, and I was like, you know what, but I'm doing this for a reason, it's for my purpose. So hopefully we don't have that going on, but I also understand that this comes with the territory. So I think that's first and foremost what you have to understand when you're putting yourself out there as a content creator or just on social media, just because you're opening yourself up to people's comments and opinions and the trolls and the this and that. So once you understand that, then in my opinion, I think that, you'll just be good to go. And from there, it's a part of life. It's just
Mhm.
because people are gonna talk about you whether it's in person or in the comments. So it's just like
Correct. Correct.
whatever. Just
Correct.
whatever. Now, when you talk about like I know you said you've been watching YouTube since 2019 or 2010, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
And so I wasn't that hip. Like I wasn't into YouTube back in no 2010. I'm just saying, like, I really just got into it probably honestly since I started watching you online. Like I found some of my vloggers like
Mhm.
that do the Disney stuff because I'm a Disney girl. But it was like once I seen you, like, oh, this is somebody that I know and I went to school with. Like,
Mhm.
then I went back to starting from the beginning of your videos up to your most recent one
Really?
that you posted. Yes.
Oh.
Like I sat there and I watched all of your videos because I was like, oh my God, like you make it look so easy. And I want to do this too. Like, so now you was one of the girls that I'm watching, like, I want to do this. This looks fun. And, I didn't even know what that was going to look like, but I just knew it was something that, okay, I could do this too. Like you said, like you wanted to start off like with the mommy vlog, but then you're like, nah, that ain't really it. That ain't it for me.
Mhm.
So let's do some beauty stuff, some just everyday like the lifestyle is what I really, really, really enjoy.
Mhm.
So with you making this decision to share your life with us, like how do you have any struggles with comparisons or being consistent or that word perfectionism? Like when you first started, or is it still there?
Being consistent is the biggest challenge, the biggest struggle that I have. Because if my first upload went up in 2019, we're on year 6. And I feel as if I could be, I don't want to say further, but I could have done a little more within that time frame if I were consistent with what I needed to do. Um, so the comparison, obviously, me watching the other girls on YouTube, it sort of created that, helped me to create the lane that I wanted to be in, because I'm watching people who interest me. So what I'm producing, I would think that No, it might not be for everybody, but that's okay because I only want the people who are interested to watch me anyway. Like, this isn't to please everybody, you
Oh,
know?
no.
If it makes me happy and you enjoy it, that's all I need, right?
Right.
So I would question myself, like, should I be doing this? Oh, she's successful at that. Why don't I try that? And it's, you can't think like that because what works for someone
Right.
else won't work for you. Not always. So I started to say to myself, we're just going to let it flow. However it looks, we're just going to let it flow. Right. And the more I got in front of the camera, I became more comfortable being in front of the camera. Um, you have to play around with the way that you edit to make it engaging or just keeping the attention of your audience. Like, it's so many things that I had to learn along the way. It wasn't just turning on the camera and go, right? So now I'm
Right.
second guessing my quality. Now I'm second
Mhm.
guessing, is this boring? Does anybody want to watch that? Or, sometimes I have lazy days or lazy weeks or months where I don't want a camera in my face. Like, the way that I
Right.
feel,
Right.
I don't want to project that energy. Like, it's just so many things. Like, I'm constantly in my head because we're thinking we can create something perfect, but just doing it is enough. Just do it.
Just doing it is enough.
Just
Oh my
do it.
God.
So
Yeah.
it's I have given myself talks so much about how to be consistent. One thing I can say, my friends, they be on me. Like, they'll get a text like, "Where the vlog? You said you was uploading. Where the
Hey,
vlog?" And
shout
I'll be
out to the
like,
friends. Okay.
Yes, right." So, that support is there. They're pushing me, reminding me. It doesn't always work because, again, sometimes I'm just not
Yeah.
feeling it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Um, but that's something that I don't think will ever end because we're human,
Right.
So giving myself grace, and I'm gonna keep going. Gonna keep
Yes, because look, listen, I'm gonna say it again. Shout out to the friends that stay on you because I be doing the same thing. This be like, I be looking like, okay, when she gonna post? I ain't get a notification because I be watching too. Like, I am a
going.
fan, but I love that you said that because when you have people that's really invested in you and they enjoy what you're doing, it's the same thing. Like on my end, my own mama, like before the show, text me, there's the show tonight. If she don't see nothing posted, she's like, "Are you going to post something? Are you going to let
Yeah.
people know that you're not going to do a show tonight?" And I'll be over here. I don't really care. Like, I don't care to do none of that. But when you have those people behind you, like it also it adds that fire. So we need that support, but you also we understand you have to have it within you first. But I don't know, it's
Correct.
just something about just knowing that you have your tribe behind you, to keep going. Like you said, the consistency. Some days be a little
Mhm.
rough. It be a
Mhm.
little rough to
Mhm.
I'd be like, "Whoo, okay, girl, you post even if it's just reposting stuff like that, talking to on the level of just wanting to be consistent and stay relevant. You don't want people to forget about you, but also like
Right.
you said, just
Right.
it just be so much. But what I do lean on is my why. Like, why am I doing this? The purpose behind it.
Mhm.
And so that honestly is what also keeps me going as well. Cause like I don't want to look at it like the pressure to always show up. You get what I'm saying? Because I said it before, when we look at stuff as a task, it's not fun. Like, I don't want
Correct.
to do that. Like, our job is a task, right? We wake up, the alarm go off, the first thing we like, oh God, like I gotta go to look, I gotta go clock in at the people job. And I'm
Yeah.
on the, you know what I'm saying? That's how we react when it's a task. But when it's something that we enjoy doing, we
Mhm.
show up. It's not work to us. We're having fun. We understand the impact that it's making on people. Because just the feedback, even your, oh my God. So your feedback that you gave me really, 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 like, I'm also a girly girl as well. And I cried because your words were so touching, and I was just like, I needed to hear this. Even though we look how we look behind camera, we
Mhm.
are human
Mhm.
beings. We need to hear the words, like what we're doing is not in vain, although we're doing it for a purpose. So like your words was so beautiful and right on time. It was also a part of the fire that I needed as well to keep going. And it was a reminder, like people are always watching. So how you
Absolutely.
show up, even on the
Absolutely.
days that you don't want to show up, you still got to show up and look how you look. And, it
Mhm.
just, like you said, even if your energy's off, like I just take a deep breath and I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? And now I found out that it's therapeutic for me. So
Yep.
now I'm to the point where I'm going to talk to y'all by myself if I don't have a guest. Because same thing, I used to sit there like, y'all don't really want to hear from me. Y'all ain't trying to, like, I'm
Yep.
boring. Like, I'm always having somebody on. Y'all really don't, until I just did it. And it was just like, what? Y'all like
Mhm.
what your girl be talking about? Okay, I'm here. Y'all rocking, I'm rolling, right?
Mhm. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
all of that, like, so just thank you for your words of encouragement. It is definitely needed. Now, we're gonna go into this segment of authenticity versus aesthetics. I think oftentimes we get the two, we
Mhm.
intertwine the two, because when you see stuff online and people make it, we using filters, y'all, we
Mhm.
using video edits, y'all, we go to the place that has the cute little aesthetics, but sometimes we mix the two when it's keeping it real and when it's just like the edits of the video.
Right.
So how do you stay true to yourself in this digital world?
Okay, so that was actually one thing that I sometimes question my content, the
Mm,
content that I'm producing, because, like you said, there's a difference, authenticity and the aesthetic. I always consider myself to be authentic, always in whatever I do. I can't fake anything. Like the most faking you might get out of me is me conversing at work like I want to be there. That's about it. But like
right,
that's where my money comes from. So you don't want to be here, but you better act like you want to be here. But other than that, like I don't know how to be fake with people. I don't know how to put
right,
on this act that of being something that I'm not. Like when I meet someone, I can feel if they're being authentic with me or if they're trying to act a way to try and impress me or whatever it is. Like I can see people for them true selves. And I always come 1000% genuine, always, right? So
huh?
when I'm looking at other people online and they got this type of apartment, they got the certain car, they're shopping in certain places, they're going to this coffee shop and this smoothie shop, like
Right,
just everything is
right,
just done up, right? So I again question, is what I'm doing good enough? Because I am a normal woman living a normal life, working a job. I am a
huh?
mom. Prior to what, a month ago or 2 months ago, a girlfriend, a
Come on now,
sister, a daughter,
right,
a friend. Like I'm as normal as it comes. And I'm always showing up as my authentic self in all of those relationships. So how can I get on the camera
right,
and do something else?
right,
So
right,
I couldn't. So um there were times where I would struggle with setting up my camera because I don't like my background. Maybe my son toys thrown everywhere. Somebody need to clean that up so I can set this camera up. Or I want to sit down and have a nice, quiet girl chit chat, but my son running around crazy. My stepson in
right,
the room yelling at his PS5. This is my life. I can't turn that off. You understand? So those things have also like shaped the content that I make. I don't have the aesthetic. If you're looking for the aesthetic, No, you're only gonna get authenticity over here from me. Okay, you want to see
And
some
that's
real
what I
life? You want a
love. Like,
homegirl? Here, you call me.
I
Pick up your
love,
phone. Go to the channel
love
because
that.
I just don't know how to pretend,
I think
and
the
I
saying
can't.
is like it goes real, recognize real. Like you're saying, I don't have the aesthetic, so I'm gonna just keep it real. And that is a part of what drew me to like your channel. It was just like how real it was. Like, oh my gosh, it's not, you don't have to worry about what your background look like. You don't have to worry about, like you said, finding the cute coffee shops or let me put this plant over here and do it. Like that's too much. So
Yep.
much.
Yep.
My first
Yep.
video that I did on my YouTube was me cutting my bangs, and it was on Father's Day. And I just had a conversation about just how to deal with grief and talking about my dad and cutting my bangs because I
Uh,
wanted a different look. That was it. It was just me in the bathroom, like being
mm,
my authentic self. And so when you say that, it's just like that's as real as it gets. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I
true.
got for you.
Truly.
Oh, like what Mary J say, take me as I am. Um,
Me.
so we do have a question in the chat. What do you think about people basically creating a character to exist in the content space?
What do I think about it? I think you won't get me. That's what I think. I don't know, but it's hard to okay because I'm in the creator space. It's hard sometimes for me to comment on things like that because that could genuinely be someone's niche that that works for them. Like I don't want to downplay it. Um, I just don't understand why would you do that though. Are you a paid actor? Why can't we see you? Are you unhappy with self? Are you not good
Right.
enough for us?
See, that could go
Why
so
do you
many
have to be
ways.
a character?
But wow, but that could go so many ways, like you said. So just to put the disclaimer out here in the ladies' lounge, we just keep it real. These are our opinions. We are not talking about anybody.
No.
However, to that question, I do believe that people have to be in character to show up in certain spaces. But I do believe that that is just I don't want to say I don't know, like is it a mask, a cape, or something that they just may feel comfortable to be able to
Mhm.
show up how they need to show up. Maybe I am afraid of being behind this camera right now talking to y'all, so I am in character as a podcast host. We know that's a lie because I'm not. Like I'm very nervous, but I'm gonna still be raw and authentic. So this is just an example of people maybe showing up as that character. Like I am, like I got on my mommy hat. So
Right.
then I'm in
Right.
my work hat. I mean, so I could look at it from that. We wear different hats in different spaces. So it could be the same thing. But now some people may get too carried away with it and show up that way
Mm,
for the likes to go viral. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like
Right.
it's so many, but I'm like you, but
Right.
why would you? I would rather go viral for being real than to have to be in this space of a character that I ain't even know if I don't know how long I'm gonna keep up with the character. Because I
Right.
rather, like you
And
said, I would rather be real.
I appreciate that perspective that you gave because I honestly didn't look at it like that, but I can understand it. It's not something that I'd favor, but I can understand it. I can understand it. Um, I don't understand if it continues on forever though. Like
Right.
if it's how can I say, like I'll use this example. Let me use this example. Charlemagne on the Breakfast Club.
Uh-huh.
The Breakfast Club wouldn't be the Breakfast Club without Charlemagne. I don't care who you bring on. And it's because he's so open and real and honest.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
putting on a facade to entertain. I'm gonna
Right.
speak my mind. You're gonna like it or you're not. And it's carried that show. You understand?
And it's
So
so funny you used him as an example because I think when you talk about just being real and authentic, I go back to when what he got Birdman, whatever he go by nowadays,
Yeah.
when he walked in there with his entourage, and it was just like Charlemagne was not moved by anything. Like
Mm-hmm.
he stood 10 toes down.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
so
Because this
you
is who
know,
I am all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good example. And I'm like you, like, why would you?
Yeah.
That's just too much. That's just too like it's already enough. We gotta edit the videos. We gotta sit in front of this camera and
Exactly.
talk to y'all. Like then I gotta show up in the character too. Like you
Exactly.
okay. Like that's just too much. That's a task. See what I mean? Like now that's a task. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be nothing that I am not. Then that you know what I'm saying? So then your content should follow who you are. And I think that's
Correct.
what we lose so much in this digital world. You do lose out on just being real because everybody's chasing the follows, everybody's chasing the
Mm-hmm.
likes. You know, I don't care nothing about that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to watch and take something from it that you can use
Right.
in your life that can
Right.
help you get to the next level. Because we all trying to get to that next level. That's all I'm here to do. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
that means if I gotta talk to you from my bed or we gonna go back in the bathroom and do my hair or something like, you just I don't know. I don't know. I think those are just real conversations. But I also understand people like to see the travel. People so it's just what's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like your content is for the many. Like you done took me to the fair. I done went with y'all on a train. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like I done
That's
went to
so
the
cute.
what was it, baseball or volleyball or
Uh,
something? Like I
it
done
was a
been
baseball.
everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then so now
Yeah.
I'm like, I love this. Like you're taking me everywhere in your life. Are we sitting in the car having real conversations about how this hairstyle ain't really come out how I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
come out? I done went
Mm-hmm.
with you on the girls' trip. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm here for. I'm here for
Mm-hmm.
all of it just being real, raw, and uncut.
Yeah. There are, a few ladies that I watch on YouTube who you can't tell me we're not friends in real life. Like they don't know me, but listen, I done been there for the breakup, that man you had met at that bar that day. I went on trips with you and your friends or your vacation.
You hear
Um,
me?
I remember when you had that little incident at the Walmart. Like I'm just like there's so many girls that I watch and like I don't necessarily engage with, but it's like watching your favorite show on TV.
Yeah.
There's a new episode
Yeah.
out. Like I'm tuned in. And
Right.
sometimes it's refreshing to know that you're not the only person going through something. Because a lot of times when we're in our fields and life is lifing and we just thinking like, what I'm gonna do, why is this happening to me, and somebody is going through something similar or went through something similar and they're speaking on
Right.
it. It just, to me, I love that. I love that. And
Right.
I know that those ladies, they don't necessarily know how many people they're touching, if any, but
Right.
I'm watching and I'm tuned in. Like I
Hello.
when I say, if I can tell all of them how much like I appreciate their content, like again, there's people that I've been watching for years. Like you my cousin at this point. Like
Hello. Listen. Now, when we talk about like the content creating and stuff like that, and we're sharing ourselves, do you set boundaries on what you share? Because
yeah,
I I try to be as real and raw as I can, but then there's also boundaries of I ain't finna be sitting on here. It's just certain stuff I don't share. You know what I'm saying? Because then that's just taking it out of whatever. But do you have those boundaries in place for you?
absolutely. And boundaries are necessary because again, you're subjecting yourself to the world's stage. Like you don't sometimes we just want to vent, but we don't really want anybody to say anything back, right? You can't control that when online. Um, I definitely try to censor things when it comes to my relationship. Um, if I am filming my son or my stepson, he plays basketball, we go to his games. I am hesitant sometimes about like showing his school logo and like because people gonna know where he is or where I am. Like you
Right.
don't know who's
Right.
out there or who's watching. Um, so I don't really like to show a lot of things, and I don't show a lot of things. There are some things that I've had my mom say, "Oh, well, why you was on there like that? Or why you was, baby, this me, this me. Oh, you should have brushed your hair, baby, this me." Like I said,
Yes, I am.
this me. Okay, so I I'm thankful for the editing process because there are times where that camera is going and I'm just yapping, oversharing. And
Right.
when I go
Right.
back to edit, I'll be like, yeah, no, cut, snip, and then let's move forward. Because I realize that again, with me using this as a form of therapy, I'm sharing too much. But it helps me in the end because I got it off my chest. I
Right.
talked about it, right? But
Right.
everything don't make that final cut. Like I also with the places that I go, you obviously aren't seeing it until I'm gone for safety reasons. People may
Of
look at, oh,
course.
nobody
Of
on.
course.
You're wrong. You can't ever be too
Right.
safe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, I don't like to show the outside of my home because again, this is
People.
online, accessible
Right.
to whomever at any given time. Like, nah. Like
Yeah.
I try to keep a lot of things private. Um, as you can see, I'm going by my nickname because why y'all need to know who I am? So you can go Google me. So yeah, I definitely have boundaries for sure.
I love that you took it there to the point of the safety part of it, because I do believe that some people do overshare and miss out on the part of like, hey, like you said, anybody could show up to your residence at any time. It's really not hard to find people nowadays, okay, with
Mm-hmm.
just the way that technology works. So I love that you took it to that space of saying, just for the part of just the safety and security of yourself, it is important to just be mindful of what you are sharing and setting
Mm-hmm.
those boundaries to protect you and your family for sure. Now, May is mental health month, and what are the effects for on your mental does content creating have or could have?
I'll be transparent, because I can do that, right? It's a safe space.
This is a safe.
Um, when I started creating content, it kind of it was kind of taking a little jug at my self confidence. The reason being is because I'm seeing me how others
Mm,
see, right? So if I wake up feeling a way and I'm talking to my camera, I got the little viewfinder, I can see me recording. I'm talking, I know I woke up feeling a way, but the people on the other side of the camera don't know that unless I share it, right?
right.
And I'm feeling like I look like I'm feeling, if that makes sense.
Mm, yeah, I'm with you.
So I would be hard on myself about my look. And it could be nothing wrong with me. Like my fiance, he tells me this man calls me he compliments me all day. And
I love it.
I'm just like,
I love it.
you see me? Because I seen me. I seen me and I don't know what you're talking about. But again, being on the stage for other people to comment on, I'm thinking that they're seeing the same insecurities that I'm thinking I'm masking.
Mhm.
But what we sometimes take as our insecurities, other people don't even notice, you know? And that was sometimes I still have my days. I still have my days where it's like, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. But when I'm looking at it, there's something. There was a comment on one of my videos where I don't know this woman, but she said, it's my first time watching your video. You complain too much. Just shut up. Ooh, you got me together.
On my
But,
page. I love.
but listen, so I went back and I rewatched it to see, okay, maybe, because I can take constructive criticism. I went back to rewatch to see, and I didn't see what she saw. So what she said, I complained too much. It's like, okay, was she watching multiple videos or is this the first one? But that also helped to open my eyes to see, like, even on days where I think I'm okay, somebody gonna find something wrong. So then
Yeah.
that heightens my, like, mentally, I'm in my head every time I'm trying to produce something. I'm in my head because I'm worried about what someone's opinion might be of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What feedback I'm gonna get. Where I feel like I'm in a space where I should be able to create freely. If you don't like it here, you can exit, right?
Yeah.
Exit the
Yeah.
chat. But yeah, those are definitely some of the things that I struggle with. But I will say that it has also helped to build my confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not ashamed to discuss certain things because I know that I'm human and I know that I'm not the only person going through certain things,
Right.
So I get so much positive feedback and people pouring into me, reminding
Uh-huh.
me how I pour into them. And it's like, forget that noise. You know what I mean? Like, this
Right.
is where we are.
Right.
So it's really helped to push me. It does knock me down sometimes and say, I'm not getting in front of no camera. Y'all probably won't see me for a
Mm-hmm.
month. Life is lifing, and I can't show up for you because I can't show up for me. And yeah, like probably right now I haven't posted probably like 3 weeks, and I don't feel bad about it because I have things going on. You know what I mean? And I have to know that I can come back stronger when I'm ready. But yeah,
It's
it
true.
it it, it sometimes it knocks me down.
Yeah.
It knocks me down.
Yeah. Because it's like you're taking, and first and foremost, thank you for being vulnerable here in the Ladies Lounge. It is a safe space, and this is the real and raw of what I wanted people to see because content creating it takes a lot. Like you said, if I'm not okay mentally to show up for myself, and I still got to show up for my family off camera,
Mhm. Mhm.
then to put that camera in front of me, like it's too much. So I appreciate you being vulnerable and letting us in on that part because it can be a lot, and it is signs that show when it's time to take a pause, to reset and reconnect. Because again, I want to provide this great content. I want to be this great person, and maybe sometimes I could let you in on when I'm not having like I don't want to say a bad day, but just not when I'm on the high side of things and just, letting you in on how you can overcome. But sometimes when it gets to that point where I have to reset, regroup, to reconnect, then that's something personal. That's me time, right? And so that's something that I did just recently, and I'm doing now. I'm learning how to reset. I'm learning how to recalibrate myself as well because it does take a lot, for you to share yourself, for you to show up. And it's times that I've even shared with you off camera that it's times where I sit here and I just be nervous and I just be so anxious. And then, everybody is like, well, you didn't. It takes a lot.
We
It
can't
really
tell.
does take a lot to sit here and be anxious, but still get through the conversation. But I
Mhm.
love that you said like when it comes to mental health, it is a journey, not a destination. So you're going to be throwing stuff that life is throwing at you right now, and it's something new. So now we have to take a step back, like, whoa, wait a minute, I've never experienced this before. What is this? Like, let me get myself together first, then I can show up. So
Mm-hmm.
I love that you took it
Mm-hmm.
there, to go that deep, because people really don't understand. So while that lady is what we gonna call her, because we keep it cute in the ladies lounge, who made that unacceptable comment, like, I don't think people really understand, like, when you leave certain comments, what that does to people. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just showing up to just I'm
Mm-hmm.
giving you myself. And sometimes when I turn this camera on, this is all I have to give.
You know exactly that. I love that. Exactly that. But I've never, in all my years that I've been on social media, can go to someone's post of on any platform to
Yeah.
say something unhelpful. Even if I'm thinking it, I don't care if I watch something and be like, "Oh my God, that was terrible." I'm not gonna say it because
No.
what is that doing for you? How is that helping you to progress? And what is it doing for me? Like I don't, and that's on any platform, whether it be Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. People that sit and troll or give their unsolicited opinion, it's like, baby, go outside and touch grass. Cause who asked you that? Why are
Content,
you so hell
content
bent
creating sounds
on
like, yeah.
ruining somebody's day or ruining somebody's mood, raining on their parade? Like, what's going
And I'm
on in
happy
your
you said
life?
that, because it's us. Like, can we take it there? Like, it's us, women. Like, let me take it a little deeper than that too. It's us as Black women, because you're doing something that's positive, and it's not something on the other end of where you got your titties out, or you won't hear cussing, and like you're not doing
Mm-hmm,
something to go
mm-hmm,
viral or in that space. And
mm-hmm.
unfortunately, the way of the world is, like, if you're doing something that's good, that's positive, and it's uplifting, motivational, inspirational, it's like, why would you come here on that type of time? Read the room. That's not what this is for. Like, you could leave that comment elsewhere. But
Right.
why do that to people? Like, because it is, like they said, it was said in the comments, content creating sounds like it could be stressful. At times, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because
Yes.
in the midst of what we already have going on in the world, like, I still have to turn on my camera. Then you have people that's oversharing. You got people who are quick to turn on their camera now, as opposed to helping somebody in a family that is having a seizure. If you
Correct.
know what I'm talking
They
about.
got to catch
You
that
would
viral
rather
moment.
vlog that than to turn the
Mm-hmm.
camera off.
Yep. Yep. They got to catch that viral moment to be able to get a couple likes
They're
off of.
doing anything to go viral nowadays, and it's just like, that's not
Yeah.
realistic. I want to
Yeah.
I want to see the girly girls that's on here that are having conversations just about life. We ain't got to be on here complaining now. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't want to hear you complaining all the time. No. But to be honest with you, I want to hear you be real. So if you had, like, your vlog is for the week, and there was a moment throughout the week that you was just like, God, dog, like,
Mm-hmm.
it's was this
Right.
week was rough. I get it.
Right.
Cause then I could sit on the
Right.
side of me and be like, girl, me too. Like, okay, so you had a day. You had a week.
Right. Right.
But people
I don't
don't want
understand.
we don't uplift that type of content. We don't. And we work harder because we don't have a lot of followers and viewers and things like that. So we work
Mm-hmm.
a little bit harder because our content it's just like, it's raw, but it's real. And
Mm-hmm.
it's more so on the level of where we can connect, and you know what I'm saying, like, it's something that you could just get and chew from it. Like, let
It's
me tell
not
you,
performative.
your engagement blog that you put up, honey, I was on the side of the bed with my tissue. I was over here, like, in tears. You could
Listen,
not tell me I was not in the other room watching, waiting
listen,
for you to walk through this door.
listen. I personally
And
feel
I went
like
to dinner with y'all.
if
Oh,
anybody watched that engagement video and you didn't cry, you a hater. You a hater. Because if it were any other way and I came across that video, I'm boohoo crying with her. I'm ugly crying because, and I'm not
listen,
saying it because it was me, but it just was, I could feel it. But so many
yeah,
people came to me telling me that. So many people, it was like, girl, you ain't tell me I
yeah.
was gonna cry like that. I didn't know. I didn't know, but that's the type of realness that I'm trying to give.
Yes.
I
Yes.
feel what I feel. Like
Girl, I
it
was
ain't no
emotional from when
sugarcoating.
look, I was emotional from when you was getting ready to we at dinner and I'm over here like this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful, Lord Jesus. And then when you walked in the door and you started crying, oh
Mhm.
honey, pick me up off the floor. You
I'm
hear me?
talking about crying from my soul. You hear me? Boy, why would you? Anyway,
Yeah.
I
Shout
I
out, shout out to you
shout
being
out
a
to my man, my
fiance.
man, my man, my
Like,
man.
yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank
Like
you.
that was my
Yeah,
favorite of all time. Like, oh my gosh.
and
I'm
I
so proud of you.
thank you. I'm proud of you as well.
Thank you.
Um, but to piggyback off of that, since I am newly engaged and that was shared online, that's all I'm hearing. When's the wedding? When's the wedding? Let me enjoy my moment.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
enjoy my moment. Like that's one of the pressures, I guess, of society because once you do one thing, they're asking you what's next. Wait a minute. Like, why are y'all rushing? You get engaged. Oh,
Like
when's
what
the
is this
wedding?
time like what is this time frame that we're on? Like
Like, exactly. Is
why
it
do we
my
have to
life or yours?
can we sit there? Can we just sit in the fact that you just got engaged? Like can we sit in the fact that here look, shout out to your fiance as well for even like men are not even taking that step anymore like that. You get what I'm saying? So can we just sit in that for a moment? Like what is this timeline and people why are we
And
doing
I
it?
worked hard on that one. Okay. I worked hard to get here. All right. I worked hard. So, yes,
Look
stop
at you,
like the
okay?
next step. When we had our son, oh, you guys should have a daughter. Listen, my son whooping my butt every day. You talking about another one?
You
Like,
gonna have a
it's,
daughter. You gonna have a daughter in your wedding, and I'll show up.
listen,
Like, why do we
shop
do that
clothes,
to why do
shop
we
clothes,
do that to each
shop
other?
clothes, shop clothes. And I just want people to appreciate where you are, congratulate you, however, well wish, whatever that is, and stop asking or pushing on to you what's next. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. So that was also honestly in my head as to why I haven't put up another video because it's like we're navigating now not a totally different path, but there are different conversations being held and actions being taken. And it's like, you know, for those who do watch my channel, I got a problem with going spending money and shopping and buying stuff. I gotta save up. You feel me? Like that wedding is not in a store. It's
right,
not online. I have to do the work,
right,
to
right.
make that happen. So I've been chilling. Like I can't go nowhere. I can't buy that. I can't do this. I can't. I'm trying to figure it out, and then it's like, okay, now I know that people are going to be looking now to see when the wedding is, how it looks, just to be watchers, how they do, But
Yeah.
I just,
So how do you so let's stay in that relationship um topic for a moment. With being a content creator, like is your is your man is he okay with being like behind the camera as well or does he have boundaries? Like how has that impacted your relationship?
yeah. So basically, when I first started it, he didn't really understand it. He supported it, but he didn't really understand what I was doing until he started to watch them, and he watches every video. And he understands, which is part of the reason why he had the proposal filmed because he knew and he came to me. He was like, "Yeah, babe, I just wanted to help you with content." So he understands the goal. Um, he'll take me somewhere and be like, "Oh yeah, I brought you here so you can get a little content." He says this so much. "Oh, I wanted to go to this place because I thought it would be cool for your content." So he like he's a team player like when it comes to creating. But if we're out somewhere, he'd be like, "Oh, babe, why you didn't bring your camera?" because I just want to enjoy the moment. I don't want to film it. And he was like, oh, okay, well, I just thought you wanted to
Right.
make content. Like he supports that because he knows that I want it so bad, but I still have
Right.
to moderation. It's moderation right now. I'm still figuring it all out, and sometimes I do want to have private moments
Yeah,
or live in the moment. You know what I mean? So, but
of course. And I'm happy you said that because sometimes we get so caught up in just wanting to be on our phones and just take a picture of this and to record that. And like you
mm-hmm,
said, we miss being in the moment. So I do believe that setting those boundaries and disconnecting so that way I could be present for my man is
correct.
very important because he already supporting what you're doing, but having that healthy balance is what I'm getting from what I'm hearing you say is so important. That's a lot of us have to remember. Like I want my date nights to be where we put the phone down. Like let's just put it like in the middle
Mm-hmm,
of the table and
mm-hmm,
don't even touch it. Don't even look at it. And I'm just focused on you because that some we get
mm-hmm.
lost. We get lost behind those phones, whether you're a content creator or not. We
Or
just
not.
that's
Yep.
just where we are in the world. So I love that you said that. Like I just want to be present in the moment. I just want to
Yeah.
take it in. And some of this stuff ain't for us to see. You hear me? Like that's y'all business.
Exactly. Exactly. I can't share
Yeah.
everything. Just cannot. Mm-mm, mm-mm,
No.
no.
And now we are coming up on it, the end part of the show. This be always the part I be getting sad on, y'all. But what advice do you have for any of our rising content creators that just want to start, don't even know where to begin? Like, I just got a phone, I don't have a camera. What do I do?
So let me first say that you are the second person that said that I motivated them to get started with this YouTube content creation journey. And considering how I see myself, hearing that from someone else is like, what? Cause cause yeah. So
Right.
the one thing that I would say is just start. It don't have to be perfect. Just start because you don't really know what you can do until you start. So if you keep saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this next year. Or I'm gonna do this next month," or "I gotta get a camera to do this," or "I need," no, start with what you have and make it enough because it's gonna be trial and error. That first video is not gonna be perfect. That first episode is not gonna be perfect. Whatever series you may be starting, whatever cooking, like whatever it is, it's going to take time. It's a journey. So the sooner you start, the sooner you'll be better because you're going to get better with every upload. You're going to get better every time you hit record on that camera.
Mhm.
You're going to find what works for you. But if you're waiting for the perfect moment, it'll never come. It will never, ever,
That is
ever
so
come.
true.
So wherever you can prop your camera up, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it's clothing hauls, cooking, gaming, streaming, that's really popular. You can legit be yourself and just do what you
Yeah.
enjoy doing, and it's gonna
Yeah.
come. So just do it. And one thing I've learned when I started, obviously I didn't have any subscribers. Didn't have any. And I had a goal for this year. Stop playing. Stop playing with your potential. Go. Do it. You gotta do it. Right? So I said that I at least need to hit 500 subscribers. The goal was 1,000, but I said I at least need to hit 500. And it's like you're not putting in the work to get 500. So how do you think it's just gonna come?
Mhm. Ooh, you
And
speaking to me,
I
honey.
opened I opened my YouTube app the other day. I'm sitting at 499, Britt. 499. So that spoke to me because it's like God telling me, I brought you here. Now let me see what you're gonna do. I just keep opening the app thinking somebody else just gonna come. You ain't putting nothing up. Where they gonna
Yeah.
come from?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sitting
Yeah.
at 499. And I said,
Are you
this is
serious?
this. I say, God, when He want to tell, when He gonna show you something, He gonna show you. He,
He
I
will.
so yeah,
He will. Yeah.
so that was my reminder that I need to get to work. I need to get to work, and the people
Right.
that are for me will come. It will
Right.
reach the audience that I'm seeking. So, yeah.
I love that. And I know either before this show is over with, or if you are watching this rebroadcast, I know that y'all are going to go over and subscribe to my girl's YouTube. I promise you, you will not be disappointed, especially if you want that real content and just, being able to relate on that level. Like, go help my girl out. Like, her goal is 500.
It's free.
My goal is also to get to 500 subscribers. And you just spoke to me like, I don't put myself out there. I'm not doing the work like Brittany. Get yourself together, okay? Because
Mhm.
the goal is 500 before this year is out. And we halfway through the year. Like, we in June
Mhm.
next week, like,
Mhm.
or this week, whatever. But
We got
we,
half a
like,
year. Yep.
just do it. I love that you said that. I'm not putting in the work like that to get to my goal. So what are we doing? What are
And
we
some
doing?
people may look at 500 followers because I always say this. I've always said this. You're only as good or as bad as who or what you compare yourself to. Simple. If you comparing yourself to how many followers Beyonce got, you got a long way to go. You compare yourself to
Maybe
me, you like, I can do that. I can do that.
facts.
That you so it's all in
Absolutely.
what you're comparing yourself to. You not doing as bad as you probably think you are.
Right.
And
But you
people
definitely
who
got to put in the work.
you gotta put in the work. You gotta put in the work. Um, but even getting 10 subscribers is hard. Getting five is hard. So the fact that you've gotten to where you are, that's commendable. You got to pat yourself on
Right.
the back for that and give
Right.
yourself that grace because it's not easy. It's not easy.
No.
And it won't get easier. So you just got to keep working hard.
I
Yeah.
love that. And thank you for sharing that. And we also end out with any of your favorite affirmations, um, or anything that you say to yourself that motivates you, that just keeps you going.
I'll tell you one of my most recent affirmations that I've been saying to myself. Um, and the day that it was solidified, transparent moment, was the day that I was proposed to. And that was three words: I am enough.
Ooh,
Because in so many aspects of life, we don't we don't hold ourselves to the highest regard like we should.
no, we don't.
And I just keep reminding myself, like, I just posted a video on, not a video, a picture on Instagram yesterday probably. And someone who has known me for years commented on the picture and said, "Forever that girl." Those aren't my words, those are her words.
Wow.
And I've known that. Other people know that. But I have to remind myself of that on those days.
Right.
Baby, you always been that girl. You gonna always be
Right.
that girl. Like, humble, not humble. You're gonna always be her. So I am enough is one of my favorite affirmations right now. And whenever I say that, I just get a jolt of, let's get it. Let's get it.
We out here. We are out here. I appreciate just you coming by and just, gosh, like, what a conversation, y'all. Huge thank you to our special guest, Vonnie, for keeping it real, reminding us that behind every reel is a real person with the real struggles, real stories, and also a real purpose. So, if you are a content creator, entrepreneur, or just someone trying to show up authentically in a filtered world, we hope you're walking away encouraged, grounded, reminded that you are valued not in likes, but in your light.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Ladies Lounge YouTube so you never miss an episode. And hey, share this with someone who needs a little reminder themselves that it's okay to be real in a world that celebrates highlights of the real. before we leave, we definitely want to get my girl them 500 likes. So can you please share your YouTube so we can keep up on what's happening in your life?
It's an honor to share my YouTube. My YouTube channel is Honey Vonnie. Just as it sounds, Honey Vonnie on YouTube. If you want, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. TikTok is also Honey Bunny. Instagram is also Honey Bunny, but it has 3 E's at the end. Okay? Okay. I appreciate you so
Y'all
much,
heard it
Betty.
here first. I appreciate you. And also to shout out to American High School
Whoop, whoop.
alumni class of
Hey.
'06. Listen, I am so excited. Me and my girl go back like 4 flats on a Cadillac. I am so excited that she came and stopped by and chopped it up with your girl. Until next time, y'all keep showing up, not just online, but for yourself. Remember, in this space, we don't shrink, we shine, we don't compete, we connect, and we don't just talk, we grow. Here in the Ladies Lounge,
Mm.
where every voice has a story that has a power. Until next time, I love y'all. I will see you next week for the month of June, y'all. We will be celebrating our men. So we're going to talk about Men's Mental Health Awareness Month for June because that does not get talked about enough for my liking. So the men are going to stop by again and represent, take over, okay, for the month of June. And we're also going to talk about Black fathers. So make sure you tune in
Love
each and every
that.
Wednesday at 7 p.m. Y'all, make sure you connect with me. This is also an open invite. If you are watching this rebroadcast or live, this is an open invite to come onto the Ladies Lounge. Let's have these conversations. Again, we have to tell the story before the time runs out. So until next time, I hope you all enjoy the rest of this month of May, y'all. We in June, we halfway through the year. So make sure if you haven't started on those goals, make sure you start now. Cause y'all, we about to be saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year soon. But until then, I love y'all. Y'all have